I am trying desperately not to cough, especially on mic. Sadly, alas, I don't think it's going to be possible. I feel like crap today, y'all. I am very under the weather. I've been sick for about 3 days, and I was feeling yesterday like I was on the way out. This morning, it seemed like things are draining and all that. But today, as the day has moved on, I just feel tired and a little feverish. Probably not, but my head feels a little hot and just run down and just stuffed. My head just feels stuffed full of cotton balls. Um, didn't address it last night, and apologies to that, to not calling attention to it on the transgender show with Ren Q Daw. That is available on our YouTube. Just see the latest live thing. Wonderful, amazing episode. It was a great episode. However, I did not talk about the fact that I dyed my hair purple. My hair is purple. You can kind of see it. Maybe I should let it down and maybe you'll see more. It's purplier than it shows up here. Um, it's not quite one of these purples. Like this is what I would want. This is what color I want my hair to be. But it's nice and um, oddly it suits me well. I wouldn't have thought that going purple would make me prettier, but I really feel like it has, so that's nice. Um, a little bit of good news that I'll share since we're here before I go. And just so I'm not drawing today. I'm just gonna go pass out. Rich, I have had like back to back conversations and meetings and crap, so I didn't have a chance to reach out to you and ask if maybe you wanted to take the reins. So we're just gonna let this one go today. But I did have a facial feminization surgery consult last week, and they scheduled another appointment for me today that I didn't know what it was, and I went in and it was breast augmentation consult. So, I am probably going to get new boobs in the beginning of December. So that is extremely exciting. And yeah, and then if all goes well, I could get like face touch up, get this nose work done, get that lump out of there, um, as early as January, which would be this is wild, which is very wild. Um, so yeah, that's in my news. Raina has been keeping me busy. We did have a win today. Things Rich, I see your message. I'm gonna get to it in a second. I'm just getting through what's on my brain because ADHD and sickness don't work well. Uh, we've been struggling to get together our Trans Day of Remembrance event. We lost our initial venue, so we had to kind of scramble to find one. We found one, but it was going to cost $1,000. There is some money at our local LGBT organization that is our fiscal sponsor, and they've had some turnaround in their staffing, so they're kind of scrambling, whatever, and we weren't sure if we were going to have access to our money there or not, and we found out, last minute that we're good there. But then, come to find out that a really good friend of mine actually works at the place that it's a larger campus that has the venue that we're gonna go to, and is in charge of booking those things. So she's just like, if you bitches needed an event space, you should have just come to me. Like, and it was very funny because yeah, she's just giving me crap. But we have our event space secured. We got it in through partnership, so it we won't have to spend that money on the venue. We'll be able to use it for food and resources and things like that. So that's really, really good news. And yes, that has kept me extremely busy today. Um, Rich says in the opener, "You're sick too. I'm sick. You're sick. Another friend of mine is sick. My dad was sick. One of my clients was sick. Everyone feel better." Yes, please, everyone, hydrate, feel better, rest. I need to go rest. That's what I'm gonna go do. Um, yeah, I hope we didn't spread it through our drawing stream, because if we spread it to each other digitally, then that means that everybody that's watched the stream might be infected. I don't know in these days how things are spread. Autism spread by Tylenol of all things, apparently. Who knew? We thought it was microplastics or what was it? Oh, vaccines, of course. Yes. It's so weird. Sorry for blowing my nose on camera. It's just gonna be gross. It's gonna be the gross show. Um, so weird that the thing was always vaccines that caused autism, and then they get in charge and start cancel, start like restricting vaccines and all this stuff, and just like changing all of that crap, and then all of a sudden it's something else that causes vaccine or causes autism, um, and I don't know. They're just weird scapegoating happening, and I don't know why it was Tylenol of all things that was chosen as the sudden scapegoat, the replacement for vaccines. I suspected, and I don't know, is there an uptick in autism? Um, is there an uptick in awareness? Is it like trans people, where like people are able to talk about it now, or more people are diagnosed? Like is there more autism? I don't know. Um, it was legislation by the alphabet. Yeah. Plastic straws. See, my thing was, if there was an uptick in autism at a certain point, like, you know, uh, was it in the late 70s, early 80s, we started coating all children's clothing in fire retardant chemicals, um, to make babies' clothes not flammable. And it's like, well, I never heard anybody talking about stuff like that. And that's like chemicals that are going directly into that directly into our kids' skin, right up against their skin. So I don't know. It's just as much of a crazy conspiracy theory as the vaccines are, but at least the vaccines had proof that they did really good things. My brain doesn't work. My head hurts so freaking bad. I need to go rest and lay down and take care of myself. So, as much as I love you, as much as I owe you a wonderful and fabulous show with lots of great drawing talent, I am not going to be able to do that. Autism causes vaccines. That is amazing, Reg. Thank you for that. Thank you for leaving me with that. If you did not have a chance to watch the transgender show last night, I am extremely biased, of course, but I highly recommend you go watch it. Ren, a comedian who is touring the United States, is the first queer, as far as we understand, the first queer comedian to tour all 50 states. It's one of those things that I don't know that there's like a strong stat on it. There's strong records on that. But as far as officially titled, officially known, Ren is the first. He's got something like 12 or 14 states left in the tour. Already raised over $30,000 for charities. Great guy, really fun, and I think throughout the whole thing, but definitely at the end, some great sound bites and some wonderful insight into sort of the real state of the country. Had a lot of optimism and positivity for communication, for having these conversations about trans people in places where you would think it would be, tar and feather time, run out on a rail, stabby kind of stuff. And it was it was it was really encouraging to hear how he started the tour out of spite, like to kind of like put trans people in people's faces and say, screw you, no, we're gonna do this, we're gonna still be here and be visible, and to have it turn in his mind into a mission of connection and really having actual conversations with people. And so very very uplifting. um, is not at all what I want to say. It's just encouraging. So please go watch that, and use this time now that you would be watching me stumbling and bumbling and drawing fun stuff to go and watch that. I was pretty well together last night, as I usually am on the transgender show. Uh, Rich, Raina, anybody else that is here lurking and is quiet about it, thank you so much for coming and joining us for this brief little time. If you will notice somewhere in your interface, hopefully, probably, maybe, there is the way to become a member of the Transverse here on YouTube. We'll work. I threw some emojis in there, like the trans phoenix and a couple things. We'll work on getting some exciting and fun stuff there when we have some time. Probably once TDOR is over, but you can at least start using those, and there will be more benefits coming. You'll have to read the benefits for the tiers. I think at the $5.99 mark, that $5.99 a month, that's when you start getting exclusive content. I think with the basic entry level $1.99, you get early access to content. So we'll make sure we get those up and give members a few days to watch before we release it to the general public. So that'll be a cool little benefit for you, just to get just to see things ahead of time and just feel cool because you get stuff. You're special. You get stuff earlier before everybody else does. And then I don't think on the $5.99 tier, but maybe on that one, and then definitely at the $9.99 tier, there will be members only content. So we'll do like members only streams, members only conversations. So that will be a very cool thing that will be coming. So yeah, look for that. I finally figured out how to publish that about an hour ago, so that should be visible somewhere to you. I am new to this, so I don't know this part of YouTube. And like I said, I'm gonna quit rambling and go lay my head down. I love you. Thank you so much for coming and joining me for this brief little period and listening to me ramble. You can do it again on Saturday at noon Pacific. I will be rambling with Amanda and Lilith on our fun show. I love you too, Rich. I hope you are on the downhill slide of your illness. I thought I was, but it's looking like I get another round here. So we will see. I'm going to go rest and see how I feel later. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.